Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video we're going to talk about how we are generating income to invest in ourselves today. So if you're new to the channel, we sell puts and we sell covered calls. When you sell a put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price, and when you sell a call, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. In either scenario, you get paid a credit. Let me show you my trade history just so you can see what I mean. You see these rolling or selling puts or calls. You see all these credits we've collected. We have collected $320 this week and over $20,000 as well from year to date. And on top of that, we also collect income from high yielding dividend funds. So this is pre or the eve of ex-dividend day. That means tomorrow, Wednesday, YieldMax will announce their payments, and we have 3 dividend funds we will get paid at. YMAX, which pays weekly, we have 518 shares. ULTY, we have 2,025 shares. We have bought 25 shares so far this week. That's probably all we'll buy, especially above that 630 price. My price average is 621. I really don't want to buy any above that price. I like my price average. I'll keep it there. And MRNY, they actually only pay once a month. The other two I mentioned paid weekly. I did buy 100 shares yesterday and another 20 shares today, lowering our cost average down to 422, and it gives us 581 shares for this. So hopefully they have, I'm hoping for about a 15 to 16% dividend yield for MRNY. For YMAX, I'm hoping for about 14 to 15%, and ULTY anywhere above 9 cents per share would be great. ULTY last week paid 9.6 cents, and from that we got paid $192 from owning 2,000 shares. So we own 25 more this week, but I can't imagine the yield to be that high again. I expect it to be like 9.2 or 9.1, to be honest. But either way, I am hoping for over $300 in dividends. We have $328 that we've collected in option premiums this week, selling credits and rolling positions. So to hit our weekly goal of $600, all we need is at least $300 of dividends, and I expect us to get that tomorrow. That being said, I still do want to sell at least one cash secured put this week. I just haven't found the right stock. I was eyeing LUMN, and I did not get filled. So you can actually see exactly what I do. So I go to trade options, big thing, pick an expiration date. I like to go minimum of 30 days out. And you always need to make sure you're hitting sell and put. Sell, put. That means you're agreeing to buy it. So right here, the $4.50 strike. If I sell a put on LUMN, Lumen, for the $4.50 strike, I would get paid $35 just to agree to buy it for that price. So that would take my cost average down from $4.50 all the way down to $4.15 because you got paid that credit. I tried to get filled at 50 today, which was above the ask. The bid is what you're probably going to get filled at. The ask is the most you could potentially get filled at, so don't expect to get filled at the ask. It happens occasionally, but I would shoot for the bid. But yeah, I tried to get filled at 50, which would have lowered my cost average to $4. It did not fill. So I do think there's potential there because of the field it's in. The only thing that I don't like is they have a massive amount of debt. According to these 15 analyst ratings, 53% of them say hold, 13% sell, and 33% buy. I don't really pay too much attention to analyst ratings because every stock on the stock market has a bullish rating somewhere. So I prefer to kind of do my own little research, find out a little bit about the company, what they do, and I like to look at their 5-year chart. Is it something where it's like this, where it went from 14 and then the low was $1.27 and it's 4.53? So the way I read that, if our low, the low was actually $1.03. the way I read that is there's a lot of room to go down to that dollar mark. Now, they could be trending on the way back up, and maybe they'll never go back down to that dollar mark. Who knows? But they have a lot of debt, and that's kind of the only holder off on making a move on that stock. I don't need to make a trade this week. Like I said, I have collected $328 rolling positions, so there's no need to necessarily force a trade, because I do expect to get at least $300 in dividends. Now, tomorrow might come around, and I might undershoot it, and we might only get $250. I don't expect that to be the case because, like I said, we have 3 payers tomorrow: Yield Max, ULTY, my 2 weeklies, and then our once-a-month MRNY. So I do expect to have at least $300 in dividends. So if I don't find a play, I will not force it, but I will keep my eyes open. I know a lot of people like the call-outs and like the ideas, but I do want to preface that I am trying to find plays that I probably wouldn't normally do just to try to make some call-outs, but I don't want anybody to follow my plays if they're not interested in the company themselves. When you sell a put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. So when you sell a put on any stock, whether it's one I call out, remember, not financial advice, just my opinion, if I call it out, make sure you're interested in that company. Don't just sell a put on it because I'm doing it. Because I like the company. You might not like the field it's in. You might not like what the company does. Whatever reasons behind it, don't force your trade. And once you hit your weekly goal, step away. So on my main account, I do a pretty good job on that. On my YouTube account here, I am trying to over trading. So I do want to always pull that out there that you need to step away when you hit your goal, because you always want to have some cash available because you never know how low the market might go. That being said, we did hit an all-time high, I think, in the account, 61,244 in pre-market. I'm hoping for another pull down tomorrow. I'd love to be able to find some cheaper plays that I can sell some puts on, but we will see. And if you're someone that wants to learn how to sell options, I do have a Fiverr. I'll put the link in the description below. If you're somebody that has a Twitter, wants to follow me on Twitter, go ahead. I'll put my username in the description below. And then finally, if you would, help me out, subscribe, leave a like, and then comment. My favorite comments are what type of plays you're making or what you're looking at, because it gives me ideas for my own plays. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next one.